I'm already reading Trial by Human, but I had to stop it because unless I do an exercise of questions, I'm not supposed to continue reading it. So, what I want to do is now share with you my answers to those questions. They were a little rough, not gonna lie. So, let's take a look. First, who am I? Mexican, immigrant, I'm a past convict, was arrested once. Um, I'm a lawyer now, 34-year-old, first generation lawyer. Consider myself self built. I'm very prideful, take a lot of pride in what I do. I'm single, have no kids, never been married. I'm looking to continue learning and grow. I'm very driven, but also super stubborn and hard headed. What am I? I'm a human being. I am a lawyer. I do have bones, tissue, just like anyone else. But I'm also driven by emotions, so passions, just like an animal at the end of the day. What are the things that I'm most afraid of and why? I am most afraid of failure and rejection. I feel like I fail. If I were to fail, I'll be disappointed, or if I am rejected, I will be considered less than others. I'm also extremely afraid of being lonely. I think it is because I don't want to spend the rest of my life single, or I should say not single, but alone. What do I really care about? Is it money, fame, myself, other people? I care a lot about myself. Yes, money, big reputation, the fame, but I also care about others and want to help them as much as possible. How selfish am I? Why is it because as selfish as I am, and why? Well, the question is, how selfish am I? Why? Is it okay to be as selfish as I am? And why? I'm very selfish. Sometimes I think my time is too valuable, so I don't share it with everyone. Or I get upset sometimes if someone is making me waste my time. I feel it is okay to be this selfish. We have to set some barriers because a lot of people may take advantage. Usually they take advantage of our times. But also, we must treasure who love us and also protect us from people who harm us. We gotta be smart with our time, so that is why I think I'm a little selfish with that. Yes. Why am I really reading Trial by Humans? Because it was recommended by another attorney, but I also want to be a really good trial attorney. So anything I can do to help me get that head start and learn as much as possible. Do I look? Or do I like my current professional life, or do I want to change it, and why? I do like my current professional life. My life is good, but I would love to have a person to share it with, someone that aligns with what I'm looking for in that particular partner. If I could change something, is to be a little bit more conscious of my past decisions. That's definitely something I would love to just be a little bit more smart about it. What are the things I dislike most about myself and why? I do not like that I'm always tired or I always feel tired most of the time, that I don't exercise, I'm not eating healthier, that I don't have a hobby. I'm just focusing a lot on work. But I actually like work. It makes me very happy, to be honest. What are the things I like about myself and why? I do like that I'm very determined. I want to work hard and I'm always looking for growth and discomfort. I think this has served me very well and I've seen so far a lot of growth. So that's why I continue liking being that determined, that driven, and also loving the fact of discomfort and changes. I was about to change the page, but we got one more question on this page. Number 10. What is the best thing about me? I think it's my drive. I will work hard and I'm not afraid of change. What is the worst and ugliest thing about me as a person? And we're talking not about physical appearance, but rather what's beneath the surface. Sometimes I'm very insensitive. Like, I don't care if someone else is hurting, sad, depressed. I'm scared that this is something real, and I don't care about how others feel. How do other people see me? I'm not sure. I think they see me as a hard worker, focused. Hey, how's it going? Hey, buddy. Some. How do other people see me? Not sure. They see me as hard worker and focused, but I have never asked. I also, I think I do want to watch the video from my oath as an attorney because Judge Smith made some good comments of what he has seen me as a person, and I want to review that. But also, I want to talk to Brian because he has been able to develop a perception of me, and also being able to tell exactly probably who I am, and he's seen me a lot during this past few years that I think he can give me a good opinion. So I'll ask him. Do I show others, including jurors, my true self? Well, I haven't had a trial with jurors yet. But if I try to be honest, truthful, not hiding who I am on a facade of something that I am not. Do I even know my true self? I don't think so. I think my true self hasn't shown up yet, hasn't come out. I think there's a lot to grow and develop still, so yeah, not really. Man, questions are hard. Not gonna lie, this made me think. Right now, I'm reading through it, but when I was writing them, it took a lot of thought. We're only on question 15, just a few more. What are the monumental experiences in life that brought me to where I am and made me who I am? The biggest one has been. Seems like someone was driving over there like a big thing. It was making a lot of noise. But what are the monumental experiences in life that brought me to where I am and made me the way I am? Well, definitely the arrest. That conversation with my dad that I had right after getting out of my attorney's office, where he said to me, like, this is something that you can do. That happened 14 years ago. And I always share that story. I always tell it to everybody else that I talk to because it made a super huge impact on me. That's one of the biggest moments in my life that something just clicked. And out of the blue, I thought like, this is something I can do. Another one has been the moment where I was just taking a leap of faith and applied for law school. That was my second time applying for law school. I was so afraid because the first time I applied, I was rejected automatically. They didn't even consider me or put me on a waiting list. That happened in 2015 that I applied for the first time. The second time, I couldn't get myself to apply until 2020, right after COVID, like a few months after COVID. That was the best decision ever. I actually got admitted within a couple of days to law school, applied on a Tuesday. I got my answer by Thursday. Orientation started on Friday. That was insane. I couldn't believe it, but everything worked out at the end. I thought that I wasn't going to be able to pay for it. Thought that I wasn't going to get admitted, that I thought that I was not cut for it. But someone saw in me what I didn't see in myself, and they gave me that opportunity. So I'm very grateful for my law school for that. What are the things I want to change about myself and why? I want to be a trial attorney. I love that. That drill and adrenaline that you feel when you get into the courtroom, that nervous feeling of not knowing what's going to happen. I love that. I want to be more empathetic, and I try not to be as self-centered as I am currently. I feel like we all need a hand once in a while, and I want to be helpful to others. That's the reason I chose this career and chose the law because I want to be helpful. Apart from money, success, and changing my physical appearance, what do I want the most in life? If I could push a button and make myself or make my life different tomorrow, how would it be and why? I would want to change to be able to connect with others, like connect with a good woman, that someone I can call my partner. However, there is nothing I want to change right now. I feel like we all have a path. We all should enjoy the journey, not be looking to the destination, but thinking the and not. We should not be looking at the destination and thinking about just the end goal, but also we should be thinking about ourselves. And while the journey is going, time is passing. We should enjoy the time that it's is so far passing, because time will keep going. And what are we if we don't enjoy the time here? We're not supposed to. I actually wrote that uh, instead of thinking of the end goal where we are supposed to be happy, that we should enjoy the journey and be happy while we're traversing this journey. Last question. Am I mostly happy or sad? And what makes me this way? I feel that I'm mostly happy. Sometimes I'm very stressed, but I don't feel sad. I feel that it's just stress, like a lot of work, a lot of things going on at the same time, that it just gets feel exhausted. I do feel lonely sometimes, but I think that's understandable, right? I'm a single guy, not currently dating, so it's probably funny to think that I would be doing something. Like, I don't know what I even wrote here. It is funny to think that I would be doing something. I'm referring to a job that brings me happiness. Hmm. Not what I meant here. I'm actually thinking that my job is the one that brings me the happiness. That's the reason why I'm happy like this. But not necessarily working for a firm, but it's also doing what I like. I like helping others. I like to be sought to get an answer to a question, or be the person that is there for you to help you navigate a stressful time where you don't know what to do at all. I think I'm this way because I enjoy what I do. If I were still at my previous job, I'm most almost positive I would be miserable. Hell yeah. I do not miss that place at all. I'm actually so happy that I took that leap of faith and changed from being an interpreter supervisor, being at a company that I almost turned into like 10 years of my life, and I hadn't seen the growth. I felt like I was at a place that didn't allow me to spread my wings and then just do what I like to do, and which is help others. And there I didn't feel like I was helping. I felt more like I was just there to help them, and they were taking advantage of me, and not necessarily just me, but everybody else. Everybody else that works at that company feels like that was just a miserable time. I don't know if everybody there feels that way. I think everybody feels that way, but I was most certainly not happy there. It taught me a lot. I learned a lot during that time, and I'm grateful for that. But I was definitely not happy. I am very happy doing what I do right now. I think it brings me a lot of joy. I enjoy it. I like to be helping people. Just earlier today, like an hour ago or two, a friend of mine called me and asked me for some questions, some advice on what to navigate after her issue with a landlord. So that's good. I felt like I didn't want to take the call, but then I was like, I'm so happy I took it, because I know I'm helping others. Even though giving them a little bit of guidance, it doesn't cost me that much, but to them it might mean the world. Maybe for her or for him didn't mean that much, but maybe it did. And I don't know. But I just want to keep in the back of my mind thinking like, well, it probably did. So I'm glad I did it, and I'll keep doing it. I think that's probably what's going to help me navigate um, my changes in life, and as continue to grow in regards to being less self-centered and be more empathetic, more sympathetic, and try to help others more than helping just myself, and being less selfish, I guess. So those are the questions. Those are the answers. Leave your comments down below if you want the copies of the questions and you want to try them yourselves. I would suggest start with the book. Trial by Human. If you're an attorney, you definitely want to read it. But if you're just another person that wants to answer these questions just to do a self assessment, by all means, hit me up, send me a message, and I'll send you the questions, okay?